All right, let me show you how Photopea works. I'm on my desktop, but they can do this on their iPads with Safari. So go to Google and then type in Photopea, like two peas in a pod, and it will be the first one on there. Click that. When you open it for the very first time, it's going to ask you to take a tour. Just say start using Photopea until you see this screen. So when they get to this point, they should have already like taken their phone or their iPad and taken a picture, or somebody taken a picture of them like on a background, preferably like a white background. Once that's been done and saved into their camera roll, what they'll do is they'll file open, and then of course from their camera roll. Mine are on my desktop, so I'm just going to work with some test pictures. All right, difference in hairstyles can affect the picture. Let's start with the guy. They ones that are a lot easier to work with. On your desktop or your iPad, you can go to this symbol over here. And if you don't see a certain symbol that I see right here, click and hold down the tools or click on them with your iPad. We're looking for the one called Magic Replace. Once you choose Magic Replace, either with your phone, not your phone, your finger or your mouse, choose the person's head as best you can and try not to get their clothing. And when you let go, it's going to put this little circle around them. We're not changing the circle, we're changing the rest of the stuff around them. So pretend this is a guy in a t-shirt against a white background in your class. Select inverse, because the opposite of the face is what we need to change. And then at the top where it says new content, that's where you change what they're wearing and what the background looks like. This time I want him in a blue suit with office setting, or in an office setting. In an office setting or office background, something like that. Then click replace. Here's the catch about Photopea. You can't do anything for free, and this really is a ripoff of Photoshop, so they have to make their money somehow. It's always going to make you watch 2 ads. The good news is they're not very long. Usually they're less than 10 seconds. I've only had one that was 30 seconds. So sit through their silly ads and close them. Once you close them, you should see the word processing at the top. That means it's working, and it does take about 10 seconds. But it's going to change whatever I put in. There you go. His clothing's changed. The background is kind of an office lighting look. It's freaking awesome. I just love it. All right, let's talk about people with long hair. That can be a little bit more challenging. This is just a random school picture. You're going to do the same thing. Magic replace. Do your best to go around her hair, neck, and down here. I mean, it's okay. It's not perfect. Always select inverse. I'm going to show you what happens if you don't later. Select inverse. And for this one, I'll put her in a blue blouse in an office setting. And sometimes what it will do is it might change her jewelry. It might crop her hair out a little bit. So I suggest that people with long hair put their hair behind their shoulders when they take the picture. It kind of throws off the AI when they have longer hair. But let's just see what happens. And I never know what to expect. Processing. And we get... Ooh, that's an ugly blouse. You could try it again. The collar is a little different right here. It didn't give us the office setting like the other one, and you can, edit, undo, and do the step again if it doesn't give it what you want. Maybe change the prompt up here at the top. I would do something besides blue blouse, but to change just the background, draw around just the background. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's say cubicles in the background. And it's not perfect. But for a practice thing that's free and that they can do on their iPads, it's not bad. And I like that the ads do count down on the time for you, so you know what to expect. I noticed on an iPad the little X was sometimes on the left side, but it's all good. All right, let's see what we get. Will we get actual cubicles in the background? Nope, not even close. But hey, it's a different background. So they should try out different prompts, try out different things. I do want to show you a common problem with them not following directions. I said that it's really important that when you select a person's head, You have to do select inverse. Here's what happens if you don't. If I were to say black dress in an office setting and hit replace, this is terrible. It's 30 seconds. I've tried it a couple of times. It completely changes the person's face. Sometimes it makes them a different race. Sometimes they have 3 eyeballs. It's ridiculous. And you can't click away from this ad. I'm so sorry. You can just fast forward here if you need to. One more ad. Oh, it's another 30-second ad. I'm so sorry. This is a new development. We've used Photopea since COVID in 2020, and this is the first year they've had ads like this. So they caught on that people were using this website for free. And they got to make their money somehow. I don't blame them. Three, two, one. All right, let's see what terrible thing we get. Oh my, wow. Like, that had nothing to do with anything I put in. It gave her black hair, but yeah, that's just awful. So don't be surprised if your students accidentally miss that step. And if they don't choose, undo, if they don't choose select inverse, yeah, they're going to be a whole nother person, which actually could be hilarious too. So that's the basics for Photopea and AI clothing and backgrounds. And of course, I'll help when y'all do this for an assignment.